Hey everybody, Leah Buccarelli, Presidential Diamond with It Works Global. I'm so excited to be doing my Zoom tonight. We're going to share some really cool tips for you guys. I really wanted to touch base with all the newbies. Welcome to our team Zoom. We have a bunch of them now because we did merge all the leaders together, which is amazing. I'm super excited about this because you guys are getting training from all these different amazing leaders. We all have different flavors, styles. I'm the goofy one. I squirrel out. I'm just warning you right now. I see something shiny and I'm looking at it. So I try to stay focused, but that's how I am. I'm not overly super organized, but that's okay. I get my stuff done, right? So there's different people for different, styles. So that's what's amazing about us opening up our team pages to everyone, because people get sick of hearing me and they want to hear another leader, and vice versa. And then we're going to be doing a lot of contests that pertain to everyone now, and it's just been really awesome so far. And getting to know everybody else, I'm really big on that. I want to know other people's, I want to know my sideline just as much as I do my own team. So I'm available to any of you. You guys do not have to make me money. I'm open. Facebook me, message me. A lot of people do. I'm always, if I don't get to you right away, it's because I am busy, but I will answer every single person because I want you all to succeed. So I'm going to screen share right now, and I'm going to get into just the basics real quick. We're going to touch on some things, and then we're going to get into some tips on how to sign loyal customers and how to follow up and keep them on your front line, because your customers are the most important thing, and then just how to stay plugged in and everything. So let me go ahead and okay. So I'm going to get into, let's go into Esuite real quick. So for you guys that are just signed up, you definitely want to go check out your Esuite. And so you should have been assigned a number. I'm 1630900, so I'm not going to give you guys my password, just saying. But click login. You go into your Esuite. You can get in there by myitworks.com or your own website. Then click login. Then you're going to see your number, or type your number and your password in and click login. And just bear with the slowness right now. I have a really, really bad, they switched over our internet and from Verizon to this new company, Frontier, and it's horrible. So I hope none of you guys like your other job as Frontier, because it's just bad. Sorry, guys. So give it a second. Sometimes there's a lot of people on tonight too, so that's probably messing with it. Okay, so we're in the Esuite. It's going to look like this. For all of you newbies, it's going to be a little foreign to you. There's like all these different things that you're not going to know what to do with until you start getting loyal customers and distributors. I wouldn't really worry about the reports too much because they're going to confuse you. For those of you that are already starting to build your team, if you click on reports, there are all these different things that you can pull up, which is awesome, because when I first started, we had a dinosaur system that was terrible. It didn't have any of this. You had to actually go through customer service for almost everything. So this is like the best system that we have. It's awesome. So when you sign up a loyal customer or distributor, they'll be in your personally enrolled team. that's where you're going to find them. If you need to, you know, if you need to put a DT under somebody or a loyal customer, you would find them in here. Their names in here would be green. They're in here for 24 hours because you have 24 hours to move somebody. And then, so their name would be in here, shaded in green, and over to the right, there's a little drop down that you would click on, and you can click move, and you can move that person. If you have a distributor you want to put a loyal under, or you want to move a distributor under somebody, you're building your rubies. And I'll explain a little bit into that too, but this is where you would go to do that. Your tree view is where you're going to see your team, okay? So I like to use tree view when I'm going to chart. It's where if I'm going to chart somebody out, I'll go in and I'll say like under, you know, my hubby Geo, and I'll go in here and click on the arrows and say, you know, my daughter, and I'm helping chart her out, and I click her, and I'm going to see where she's at and how many people I can compare her chart to what this is, and then I can click on the person, just say, and see if they're qualified, if they've got their volume in, if they've done their auto shipment. This is where I would go to look. So that's under Tree Viewer. You click Show Loyals, and then all the loyal customers pop up as well. And this is really cool too, because this is where you can go in here and you can, I'll click on all these people if I want to see how they're doing, and then maybe shoot them an email to say, hi, how's, you know, that just keeps me on track. And I'm one of those, I have a hard time writing everything down on paper when it comes to being on track. So I love stuff like this. I'll go one by one and just go through it all and message them, asking them how they're doing, how their wraps are going, if they need to switch and edit their auto shipment for the next month. So that's kind of, this is the charting I use. You have all kinds of things. You've got volume. If you need to look over your whole entire leg's volume, I go in there, click volume. And that'll show by leg how much volume's in there at that time. And there's people within the organizations too that you can, you know, click on and look at. So so those are our reports. Just, you can go in there and play around in those and look at different reports. There's tons of ways to like keep track of what your team's doing. That's commissions, documents. Documents, you can click in here if you wanted to pull like a Ruby chart or anything about how to go Ruby. Type in Ruby. Okay. Where did that not do Ruby? Should do Ruby. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. There we go. I don't know why I didn't click over to Ruby, but here's all the stuff to do with Ruby, like the Ruby bonus, cruise points for going, you know, for people who went Ruby, how many cruise points, but it gives you like, if you scroll all the way down, all the different countries, because there are a little bit differences in the different countries, and then charting. So if I click on this, that's going to download your Ruby chart. So there's the Ruby chart. So I can print this out. So whenever I'm going to go talk to a potential distributor, I love to bring one of these and the steps to success sheet. so I can go over it with them, and I'll show them like what they need to get to Ruby to get their $500 bonus. So I like to print these out for them. But all of these charts are printable for you to be able to chart yourself out with. So anybody that's brand spanking new, you're going to be a little lost on that. So bear with us. Again, you can go through your documents and look at your compensation plan. Printables, like if you need to print out any type of ads or something for, like if you're having an event, you can go into documents and pull all that up. So, okay. So, again, anything diamond, I could type in diamond will come up. And there's the charting sheet to diamond in red right here. So you print that out. Products. A lot of questions lately on how to find out about what products we have and like what they are. So sometimes I don't usually use the search bar, as you can tell, but let's see if I say greens. Should be able to pull a product sheet though. But here's the greens, greens 2, greens, all the different greens. I'm trying to, oh, product info. I didn't type in info. You have to be specific with it. Here's the product info. So here's all your products. And if I pull up, let's see, here's skin and nails. It's going to pull up a description and the ingredients and everything on it. So this shows you what the hair, skin, and nails is and what it does. Now, me personally, when I first joined, I didn't know any of this and I didn't look in here. What I did was I went through my website. So those are the things I get a lot of questions on, and it's just so super simple. We're just kind of, because we're new, we're just being a little, spastic about it. But if you really think about it, all your information is in your website. So pull up your website and pull up all the products. It's going to tell you a description. You can actually even copy and paste that description right in your little spiel on Facebook, because you can't go wrong with what the company is saying. So if you're afraid to say something like you don't know what you're allowed to say, pull up your website and copy and paste what the company says, because they know what we're allowed to say. So I did a lot of that in the beginning. I did copy and paste over from my website. I got on my website. I knew only about the wraps. I really didn't know anything else. And I just pulled up my website and I started looking at all the different descriptions and the ingredients list and how much. It'll tell you exactly how much it is with the loyal customer program and the retail price. So it's all there in your website. And if you have a question about an international, because the international, we don't always have the same products in another country. So you can go right into your website and click on the little country thing, put the country in, and it'll take you to what they have there. And you can look at their pricing and how they have it. So utilize your website for your information. Another thing that we use, and I'll go into that in 1 second. Let me see. I just want to show you a couple more things in the Esuite, and then we'll go play with another My Product Coach. So that's documents. You're going to find forms. You're going to find training tools. So if you go over to orders, that's where you can edit your, you have auto shipment, and that's where you would edit your auto shipment. If you have to make another order, if say you're out of wraps and you want to go and you're having a party, you can come in here and you can order extra wraps and different things. Just a little side note on that. If you have a team and you're trying to get, say, you're helping Cindy go executive for your Ruby, and you need to place a side order for wraps, you can move that volume under Cindy. You get 5 moves a month, 1,000 volume a month. So for moves, don't go over that because it'll kick it back to you, and don't go over your 5 moves. So make sure you're paying attention to that. But if you're going for promotion or you're going for something and say Cindy needs to be executive and one of her distributors needs some volume and you're placing an order, you can move that volume under that person to get them to their 400 volume. We're not going to get into charting and all that stuff today, but that's another day. But that's just to let you know you can move that. So don't hold on to extra order volume. You want to move it too, because you actually get paid on that if you move it over to somebody else as well. So I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, then write it down, and at the end we'll address it. So I just want to move on with, let's see. I think over here where everybody's little pictures are, there's the university. And if you click on that, the It Works You, if you click on that, there are videos in there that you can watch. We have tons of YouTube videos too, but that's kind of like the little videos that the business put out and that the company put out. And you definitely want to go through those brand new and watch those, because it's really going to show you how simple this business is, and especially it goes through steps to success and all the different things that you guys always have questions about. It's in your videos. Just make sure you're training yourself. Like there is tools in this eSuite for you guys to train. We're of course here for you, and so we do a lot of training team-wise, but you also have it in your back office as well. So I'm going to go ahead and move out of here. Second. We're going to go to My It Works product coach.com. Okay. My It I can't see. Sorry guys, I cannot see what I'm typing on here. Let's do it in here. Why is this acting funny? See, anybody can do this business. I have no patience. Okay, so this is your product coach. So if she's really cool and creepy at the same time, so she'll follow you and you can ask her questions. But here's all the information as well. So you have plenty of places to find out your information. And we are obviously, we're here to help you. You can ask anybody. You can go into the groups and ask. You can ask your leaders. But to be honest with you, until you go search it out yourself, you're never going to remember what we tell you. So I'm just getting to the point too, and it's not that we don't want to help, but it helps you more if we tell you where to go to find it out than to just give you the answers all the time, because that's not really helping you. So just to let you know, when you come to me and ask me a question that's like you can find out in your eSuite, your website, or my product coach, I'm going to guide you to that instead of giving you the answer, because you need to learn how to look for the different things. So let's go into facial. So here's a bunch of the common questions. What is the facial? Let's see if she'll do it.
Facial is a cream-infused cloth wrap that tightens, tones, and firms the skin for the appearance of a lifted, more youthful face in just 45 minutes. It also continuously hydrates for fresher, more luminous skin and a younger-looking you.
Okay, there you have it. So they have everything, the probiotics, what is it, how does it work, what is the difference between the 5 probiotic strains, because people ask that. Just come in here and take a quick look, and you can actually even search it out, like greens. Don't she? So she said no. Oh, come on. Everything's being hard today. Hold on. It should generate. I'm telling you right now, it should generate that by saying greens. But anyways, so something's glitchy right now, and trying to make me look really bad on my Zoom. But for real, you can do that. I'm just letting you know. So here again is the greens, your essential oils, your cleanser, your relief, your regular, anything you need. And then there's general. So, a lot of people ask about medical issues and medications. Always refer them to their doctor. You are not a doctor. Do not answer that like, yeah, it's fine. If they have a concern about that, you need to refer them to their doctor with the product list, with the ingredients, because you don't want that to be a problem for them personally. Maybe they're allergic to something, or something doesn't vibe with their medication. You want their doctor to let them know that. So you don't want to get yourself caught up in anything like that. Okay, so that's the product coach. Now, I am 95% social media. So whether it be you're into blitzing and face-to-face, you're into wrap parties, they all are amazing. And I'm not saying that if you're into one thing, not to do the other things. When I go out and about, blitzing is like my least favorite thing I like to do. I still do it, okay? I don't do it as much. I don't get myself out there to do it on purpose. If I'm out and about, I'm wearing my It Works gear, I'm wearing my lanyard, I've got wraps in my purse at all times, and I'm selling wraps at Walmart. Happens every time, because you cannot deny when I walk into Walmart or anywhere else that I'm not, they know. If they've seen the wraps before, they know I am a wrap girl, okay? So I have my Blitz cards. One thing I've learned with blitzing is do not walk away without getting their information. I'm telling you, if you do, kudos to you for blitzing. That's a big deal. A lot of us have a hard time walking up to strangers. But if you do, you need to get their information. I pull out my phone. I said, would you mind putting yourself in? I pull up Facebook and I pull up the search bar. Do you mind putting yourself into Facebook? I would love to show you pictures. I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, they do it. They don't look at you weird. And if they do, they're not going to be interested. So just leave it alone. But for the most part, they're going to put themselves in your Facebook. Now you have their information. When you go home, you can send them before and after pictures, and you can touch up with them and refresh their memory every once in a while by touching base with them and creating a relationship. If you do not do that, they're going to throw your card in the trash, and you're never going to hear from them again 99.99999% of the time. I have gone through thousands of cards. I used to think it was I used to think that blitzing was like, as I'm walking into the stores, checking my cards behind me and ninja blitzing or leaving them in the frozen pea aisle of the grocery store, because someone's going to pick it up and they're going to go, oh my God, I was looking for this, and they're going to message me again. No, they're not. So don't waste your cards, because oh my gosh, we used to have this blitzing contest back in the day when we thought ninja blitzing was the way to go, putting them in all the wedding magazines and all the equipment, the exercise equipment. We'd slide them in. Haven't heard one word from any of them. Not one. Thousands of cards. 4 years later, not one. So don't waste your cards, because if you're going to give that card out without getting their information, you're not going to hear from them 99.99999% of the time. So I am a Facebook junkie. So that's how I, sorry, let me close out these people's. Okay. So I like my Facebook. I like social media. I like, not a huge Instagrammer, but I have done it. Whatever works for you. Have always stuck to Facebook because that's what I love and know. Utilize all of it if you can. Every social media outlet there's people everywhere. So that's the thing that cracks me up when people say, I don't know anybody and my town's small and this, that. I'm like, oh my gosh, the whole world has internet and the whole world is on Facebook. Half the world's on Instagram. And I don't even know what Twitter still to this day means. But people do it. I don't get it at all. Like, my brain does not function in Twitter, tweeting, whatever you call it. I don't do it. So, but some people really, really get a lot from that. So it's whatever your niche is. Mine's Facebook. So I personally would recommend anybody to build a business page right away. Some people say don't build a business page until they're Ruby. It's up to you. Now, when I first started, the business page, that's where I lived. I lived in my business page. If I can pull it up because of my internet, there we go. So I lived in here, but the way that Facebook started working, a lot of people weren't seeing my posts in here anymore. We were doing wrap drawings, and I got a lot of people off those wrap drawings. So I stopped doing it, and a lot of us stopped doing it because of how Facebook would function at that point. They're starting to see it again, and I'm starting to realize that there are people, commenting. So I'm starting to utilize it a little more again. But I love the business page because that's where you can boost posts. Now, of course, Presidential Diamond, I'm now boosting, I'll be honest, I'm boosting probably about $10 a day. Do I think that you should do that, or even, you starve your kids to do that and, you don't have the money to do that? No, I don't think. I think you can get away with $5 here and there, maybe cut out a Starbucks or a movies or something like that. I think that if you did that at least once or twice a week to get rolling, you're going to get some action. You don't want to do $5 now and then $5 in 15, 20 days or $5 a month. That's not going to get you anywhere. But if you actually can do a little bit here and there throughout, like once a week or something, and cut out a Starbucks or whatever, you're going to get some action. So I did a Zoom on boosting. I do have YouTube's on that. We're not going to get that. We can spend 5 hours on boosting. So I'm not going to get into that. I'm just letting you know that's kind of what I do. Let me show you. I've been boosting the same post since January, maybe right after February, right after conference. Don't fix something that's not broken. I might be bored with the post, but everybody keeps seeing it for the first time. So, and they're commenting on it and they're liking it. So why am I going to fix it, right? So what if I'm bored with it? They're loving it. Facebook's really weird about about pictures. So before and after pictures, they are not going to really let you post that. But for some reason, I was able to get this one in. This is my 12-week challenge. I basically said I'm looking for 20 participants for the 90-day challenge. I get a lot. Are you still looking? Yes. I started a new one. It's new month. I don't know. I just say whatever. Yeah, I'm still looking for 20 like I'll lower it. I'll say, yeah, I'm looking for 15 more. It's our loyal customer program, so I'm always looking for them. But that's just another way to say it too, because people don't like auto ship. I know I don't. So if you told me I was on an auto ship, I wouldn't be too thrilled about that. But if you mention it as a program, like I do a 3-month program, a 90-day program, a 90-day challenge, people tend to receive that better than saying, hey, I've got this awesome program, you're going to be on a 3-month auto ship. They're like, whoa, so it's just a wording. So I'm not deceiving these people. It is a 90-day challenge. They're going to be on it for at least 90 days. So don't look at it as like, when I first saw doing that, I thought, I hope they don't think I'm deceiving them. I literally put in here, you will receive them at my distributor pricing. Now, not everybody reads, so you have to tell people sometimes that, yeah, I did note that you will be paying something for it. But I do have it in there. And then I tell them a little bit about the wrap, what it is. And then if you get contacted by another It Works poacher, I didn't say that, but you know what I mean, that they're not acting as me, you should be hearing from me. So that's what I put out there on my ad. This has been going on since April. So I've had this ad since April. I have had 4,100 likes, 386 shares. Share on, that's free advertisement for me. I'm like, whoa, somebody else shared it, cool. That goes into their page. So they're advertising for me for free. So it's 386 shares. There's 1,000 plus comments. And what's funny about this one that I have to be very careful of, I answer every single comment. I don't answer it on the page. And even on your personal page, do not answer their questions on the page. Answer it in a message, because even if they get upset, I get people saying, how come you won't say the price out loud? Well, I have my reasons, as if I put it out there out loud, nobody else is going to ask me because they're going to see it. So I want to talk to people. So that's my own strategic way. It's not that I'm sneaky and not going to tell you the price, or that I'm embarrassed by the price. It's because if I answer you out here out loud, all these other people would not be asking me. And then I put on my boosted post, I put the before and afters in comments, because, sorry, my internet is unstable, because they won't allow me to in my ad. They won't accept that. So I put it in my comments, which is fine. So now people that are looking at my ad will go down and see in comments that I've got these before and after pictures. So does it work because I can't get rid of the lower part of my tummy, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, so I literally will click this, see response usually says message. I'll click on that. I have a copy paste message. Something that's specific like that, I'll address them specifically, like, oh yeah, let me show you some tummy and arm pictures, and I'll send them pictures, because that's what they're asking for. So once I show them, they're gonna be like, oh my God, I need that, right? So, I do address it accordingly to who's asking. But if someone says, does this work and how much, I have a spiel that says, the wrap is a botanically infused wrap that once applied to the skin, it absorbs. You drink water to flush it out. This results in tightening, toning, and firming, helps with stretch marks and cellulite, and it is $59 a box of 4 with my 3-month program, whatever. And that's my copy and paste one. If they're not asking about the price, then I will, I'll shave out that when I'm doing a copy and paste. if they're asking about just the price, then I'll shave out the other one and just copy. It's $59. You know, hi Lisa. It's always say their name. Hi Lisa. It's $59 Lola. So that's what I do there. And then all these people, it's insane, you guys. Okay, so they branched out on top of it. So like some replies have replies. It's like this tree branch of people. It's crazy. So I'm not going to redo an ad, right? I'm going to keep this one going because that's, you know, working. So now they're all in my messaging. And I'm not going to show you guys my messaging because that's their personal information and I'm not going to do that. But all of those people are now, because I've responded to them all by message, they're all in my messenger for my business page. So now if that's my follow-up list because I don't write it all down, so it's all in my Facebook. I don't delete anything. I love that one of the, I think it was Carrie Bauer, I know her last name changed, but I know her as Carrie Bauer. She said the same thing. I'm like, hallelujah, you speak my language. We deal with it all through. We don't delete anything, and that's our list. So anyways, I just go one person after person after person when we're having a BOGO sale, and I'm all, hey, you know what, we're having BOGO. Oh my God, I'm so excited to tell you. And I will like literally go down my whole list of messages, and I've got them in there since like 2013, I think. I got a lot of messages in there, and I just go down my list. That's my list. So that's how I do my business page. Personal, especially like be very what's the word I'm looking for? I totally just scrolled out just now. What's the word? Not consistent, but observant of what your, and lack of better words, be very observant of what you're posting. Monday morning should be a business post because half the people are going to work and they're not happy about it after having an amazing weekend. So post that you're happy to be getting up, drinking your coffee at home, snuggling your dogs. You know, that's something you would post Monday morning or any morning, but you know, so by afternoon, lunchtime's a good post to show yourself with fat fighters. And I say show yourself because you don't want to post any like advertisement stuff. Like think about what you want to see on Facebook. Like I don't want to see people's ads out there very much. You know, once in a while is okay. So if you want to get a fat fighter out there at lunchtime, because people usually go to lunch if they're out there working, then post a picture of you taking the fat fighters and explain what it does. And I'm so glad I have these, you know, that's the post that you want to do, or your lifestyle post. And even if you're brand new, you still have a story. Why did you join this business? Tell people why you joined it and what it's doing for your mentors and what it's going to be doing for you. Be excited out there. Tell them that It Works helped you pay for gas to get to your other job in the morning, or that it helped you go to the movies or something simple, you know. Post that out there. People really are watching that, and let them know what It Works, the extra money you're making from It Works, if it's not your full-time job yet, what it's doing to incorporate a little extra income for you, because that's what we're doing, right? We're asking people, are you interested in making an extra, you know, $500 a month to pay some bills or groceries, or maybe they're strapped and they don't have any extra money to go to dinner or movie night, you know? So show that out there, that's what It Works is doing for you, and they're going to be attracted. I get people today that have been watching me from 4 years ago that are asking me questions. So that's because I post every single day. I don't care if I don't feel like it. I post when I'm sick. I post when I'm tired. Right now, my life is completely bananas. We're moving. Like when I say I'm cleaning and packing a house, I mean, we're talking baseboards and things that like you forget for the last 13 years to do. I didn't say that, but I'm cleaner than that, I hope. No, I'm not. But so I'm doing that and working my business, but I could easily say, oh my God, I don't have time for my business right now. I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have time for my business. This whole move thing is like taking up all my time. I stopped doing that to post. I stopped doing that to answer some questions. I incorporate it. If you're working a full-time job, you can incorporate this. You just lunch break. Do a power hour on your lunch break. I know people that, oh my gosh, our mentor, our upline ambassador, Diamond Chad Caneller, I remember this to the day when he was still in the Army. And I would message him, and he would come back and message me on his lunch break because he couldn't while he was at work. And he utilized his time, and he got himself out of that job by doing so. So if you really want this to be your full-time job, you need to do what it takes to get there. If you don't, you're never going to get there. You know what I mean? So anyways, that's that. I am so I've gone on a tangent on all of this other stuff. I didn't even get to Sarah Rankin stuff. So I'm gonna do 15 minutes, or actually 10 minutes, and then 5 minutes for questions. So I'm gonna go through some of her stuff really quick because it's amazing. Hold on. I'm gonna stop my share. Okay. So, I wrote down all the things that I really liked what she said. When you sign up a distributor, you're married. You got into this marriage with that person. And one thing that I'm starting to do that I didn't do before, which is a really good tip, you guys, is when you sign up a new distributor, if they're not local, obviously I'm social media, so a lot of my people are not local to me. I have team everywhere. Set up a Zoom right away. Set up the Zoom so you can spend an hour with them to go through the Esuite, go through all these different things with them. That I learned, and it's been awesome. So I set up a Zoom with them right away so I can ask them what their goals are, maybe launch them a party, get them thinking about their hundreds list. Zoom an hour with them, an hour of your time. If you signed up a few at the same time, like how we kind of did at the end of last month, we all went crazy. If you sign up a few at the same time, incorporate it together. Do a little meeting powwow with all of them so you can hit them all, so you don't have to keep doing it all day long every day. Then you want to ask your new distributors, when you hit a wall, because you will, when you get discouraged and you feel like quitting, how serious are you? Can I remind you of your why? Can I kind of kick you in your butt, or are you going to have a hard time with that? Just let me know so I can write that down, because I need to know if when you do that, because you will, that I have permission to kick your butt. And trust me, I've had to have my butt kicked a couple of times. I even have some of my sideline sisters where I'm like, oh my gosh, you need to talk to me, and they'll kick my butt. So mindset is everything. You need to be in a good mindset. What's wrong is always available. So it's always going to be there. So definitely keep your eye on what's right. Negativity is a cancer. Guard your team. Put your team on an island and guard them from any of the negativity going around. Once you let negativity spread in your team, it's like cancer, and everybody's freaking out, and it's not necessary. So keep it out of your team. As a leader, you need to be the most knowledgeable. You need 1/3 is you time, 1/3 is team time, and 1/3 is self-development. So, make sure you're spending time on you. We're talking about you. It's so important because you get lost in this business when you're going for promotions and bonuses, and pretty soon it's just, that's all you're doing. and you're not showering, getting haircuts, and, you know, doing pedicures or anything like that. Yeah, we all know last month, like, yeah, by the end of the month, I wasn't smelling pretty. But anyways, I had to get, you know, it's $10,000 on the line, so who needs a shower? So that's what we go-getters, we show pictures of us. Our hair's like sticking out. I'm like, my makeup's down my face. I'm like, haven't left the house in days because we're going for promotion. So make sure when you're done with all that and you get your promotion or your bonus or whatever, make sure that you celebrate, go get that haircut, go take that shower, go to the gym, make yourself feel better, right? So that's the 1/3 you, and then 1/3 your team. Spend the time with your team like this on Zooms, plugged in, talking to, make sure that they're on their right goal set. And then their self-development, reading your books. You should be trying to read at least, you know, at least 4 to 5 times a week, if not every single day. We're talking 10 pages, like break it out. I'm more of a listener, so I like to YouTube my books. I like to hear it, you know, as much as I do read it, because I actually get more out of that. So whatever works for you, self-development is key, especially in this business. It's your decision, yes or no to anything that you do. You can say yes or you can say no. It is your decision. Even if it doesn't feel like it's your decision, it is. And what are you going to do with every single situation? That's another important, that all comes with self-development too, how you handle every situation. Follow your steps to success. That is your guideline. We didn't get into to success much, but if you don't know what steps to success are, definitely go to your leader and ask them, because that's the main key thing into working this business. This bus, this It Works bus, because we've got big plans, and Mark has big plans for years to come in this business. So the bus is moving with or without you. So you can either stay on or decide to jump off, but it is always moving. It's moving forward. So don't get caught up in this whole what everybody else is doing. Stick to what you're doing, because you don't want to miss the bus. Just keep going with us, you know. If you happen to slide off the seat once in a while, just get back on, because we all kind of tend to do that sometimes. Just climb back on. And temporary defeat is not permanent failure. So if you feel defeated in some of these things that happen, like maybe you didn't get a bonus, or maybe it didn't go as fast as you thought, or whatever, it's not permanent. There's been plenty of times I didn't get the bonus, or at the time I thought I deserved it. I'm like, why didn't I get that? I still worked my butt off. I don't know why I didn't get this. But you have to pick yourself up from that and keep going, because guess what? If you do that, you will get it, because every time I've done that, I've gotten it. It's just later, a little later than I thought I was going to. And if you set yourself up for goals and you push yourself towards your goals, even if you didn't quite hit it 100%, look back and see if you really did go for it, how much further you went by just even going for it than you would if you didn't go for it. So those are important steps too, because every time I'll go ahead and just call myself out on it. Every time I babied out, I didn't get something, or it didn't work out in my favor at that time, I was a lot further ahead than I was before I started that venture. So, this is a good one real quick, is 3 seeds. She does it by 3 seeds and 3 weeds. What that means is she plants the 3 seeds, and she pulls the 3 weeds, meaning she does the 3 things that she doesn't like doing. She makes sure that she does those 3 things that she hates doing that are important. She doesn't put it on a back burner. She doesn't say tomorrow. She makes sure she does it. So that's doing the 3 seeds and 3 weeds. I really liked that. And I've got so much more. Oh gosh. Okay, so we've been on almost an hour. I can go all night. Super important. It all is. But and when she said it, I was like, yeah, we tend to sign loyal customers up, and then we'll check on them once in a while, see how they're doing, but we're moving on to signing up more, right? We totally dropped the ball on taking care of your loyal customers. And the thing is when you stop to think about that's your lifeblood, you need to go back to your loyal customers and be really good with them. That means sometimes, she even said, drop them a thank you card in the mail. I love that when you get something personal. It can be something so small and not cost you that much. Just really tend to them, because your loyal customers are your best distributors. Matter of fact, I was a loyal customer 2 weeks in, got results, had to become a distributor. So if Jeree didn't ask how my wraps were doing, I might not be here. So Presidential Diamond. So all your loyal customers are future black diamonds. So don't drop the ball with them. She says she puts them, when she signs up a loyal customer, she puts them in a loyal customer group, so she can keep a hold of them and make sure that they're all doing good, and she can go message them and talk to them. So she'll put them in an actual loyal customer group. If they become a distributor, she'll switch them over to the distributor team and take them and delete them out of that group because they no longer belong in the loyal customer group. So that's what I have. Does anybody, I'm going to shut up now. Does anybody have any questions? Open up. I know you guys are not all just like ready to you guys have to have some questions.
Hey, Leah, when you were talking about boosting posts, how much do you usually spend on boosting posts?
Say that again. How much do I spend?
Yeah, on the posting your book. When you boost your post, how much do you spend on them?
I spend $10 a day on my boosted posts. Did I start out that way? No. So that's what I was saying in the beginning. Like, don't look at me doing $10 a day. Yes, it was recorded. See, I scroll out. Okay, wait, hold on. So I can't look at that right now. Hold on. I totally lost my train of thought. Okay, so I do $10 a day, but I didn't always do $10 a day. I started out with $5 a week because that's what I could afford.
Wow.
$5 a week, and then as I grew and as my my finances grew, then so did I. I like to put in at least 10% back into my business. As a business owner and person, think about that. Like you need to look at this as a business, and you're going to have some business expenses. So this one, Facebook ads are my business expense. So that's what I do. But again, don't freak out on that. Like, oh my God, I can't spend $10 a day because I couldn't either, but I can now. So as you grow, you're going to put a little bit more in. So 10% back is what I try to keep my goal at. And I don't even think we put 10% in, really. I think that's our main business. Our main business expense is the ads on Facebook. I don't do Google. You want to spend some money, do Google ads. That's insane. I don't even know how some people do Google ads. It's a lot of money. So there's a lot of free things to do too. And we'll get into maybe next week's Zoom. We'll do how to get free traffic into your Facebook, because there's tons of, I do that too. I don't just pay for ads, I do free trafficking too. So we'll get into that next week. Maybe we'll do a specific Zoom just for that. This was kind of like so they're not one specific thing, so that's why it ended up being so long. Yeah, I think I saw some chats. Hold on, like 25. Wow. Okay, so I see one. How do you move the volume from a personal order to one of your distributors? Okay, so like I was showing you, so you place the order, right? Just like, okay, if you guys don't mind, you guys, if people want to leave, they can, if it's over their time. But I'm going to go ahead and open my screen share again and show you. So what you can do, like what just happened? Hold on. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I don't know if this is still going to be up, but we'll try. So if I say add my wraps, no, it's not. Hold on. So I would add my wraps and blah, 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 and I would place my order, okay? So I got my order, and it might take a minute, so you can come over to order history and click on that. And say this is my auto ship, but say this is my wraps. I bought 3 boxes of wraps because I'm gonna have this really killer party. So then I go into my order history, and I would click on actions. It says track, but if that was a movable order, auto ships, obviously you can't move. So this would say, well, so there's where you would track your order, okay? But underneath that, it would say move, and you would click that, and a little box like this, like this little white box would pop up, and you would type the distributor's number in there. Just say that's in there, right? So you type their number in, and you would click the confirm or whatever, and would ask you if you want to place that order under that distributor, and you would click confirm, and it would move that volume under that distributor. Does that make sense?
Come in, night.
I don't know. I can't see any of you. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to say it one more time as a quick recap. So you place your order, okay? Once the order is completely confirmed, it's going to end up in your order history. You're going to click order history. If it's not there yet, just keep going back to it because it will. Then this order, say this is your order right here, is going to be in green. It's going to look green, and you're going to be able to come over to the action, click it, and then it's going to say move. You're going to click move, and you're going to put that distributor's number in the little box, and you're going to move that under that distributor. And if it's tricky at that time, message your upline and ask. Don't just guess it, because you want it to be correct. But it's fairly simple to do that, but always ask if you get to that point and it gets a little tricky for you, because you don't want to move it to the wrong person or do anything crazy. So, especially when you're trying to promote.
That makes complete sense. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. Sorry. I don't know what anybody. Yeah, you can use multiple social media outlets. You know, I did the Instagram thing. It's just super tedious, and you can schedule it. You know, put alarms to every. You know, you have to message a lot. You have to be on it for Instagram. I've got a couple of things from there, but not enough to keep me. I'm very social. So Instagram is not like you don't really do a whole lot of chatting back and forth. I love Facebook because I create that relationship with people. Another thing with Facebook, if you're going to utilize Facebook for a lot of your, like when you start adding a lot of people in and you're messaging them back and forth, I'll jump on my phone. One thing that I don't like to do unless it's like the last resort is give them my link, because then I'm giving them control of when they're going to sign up. And half the time, they're not going to do it right when you think they are. So you're going to have to go back to them going, hey, is there a glitch in my system? Or, you're going to come up with all these things because they're not signing up yet. So I have in my notes, I have the little, here, let me show you. It's all the information. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. Give it a second. Can you see that? It's all the information we ask. Name, phone number, email address, credit card information, phone number, did I say address? I don't know. Anyways, all the information we ask for in the website. And I copy paste that to them. So if they say they're ready to sign up, okay, yes, I'm ready. I send them that, and then I get on the little recorder, because they need to hear me. Because on social media, it's really hard to have that trust. So I'm going to get on, and I'm going to push the little recording button. I'm going to say, hey, once you fill that out, I'm going to put it into my system. I'm going to screenshot it and give it back to you. You're also going to get an email from the company with your order number and everything. If you need anything, let me know. I will then delete your information out of Facebook, because we know we don't want it sitting in Facebook. And then I'm going to send you the wrap instructions, and so you get the best results. And once you do that, we'll get you in and we'll get you going. Let me know if you have any questions. Boom. And then I just wait. And then if they kind of like all of a sudden they go MIA, I will come back and go, hey, if you want my link, we can do it that way too. This is just easier. But if you don't trust that situation, I completely get it, and we'll just give you my link. So I do that first. I'm telling you, 80% have done it. So don't be afraid to ask for that. I used to go, oh my God, I'm asking them for it on Facebook. They're going to give me their credit card on Facebook. They do. So the ones that don't, then they can have the link, or you can have them call you, either way. And if that still bothers them, they weren't going to sign up with you in the first place. Because those that are going to sign up with you will find a way to sign up with you, period. And then I just follow up with people until they are so sick of me, they're either going to block me or they're going to sign up. So I've gotten really good at follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. So I rarely sign somebody up the first time I talk to them on social media. They need to get to know you. And from the business page, I always friend request them over to my regular page. So that's your goal. You want to create them into that list. So, yes, it was recorded. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Don't forget, if you're going to put your link in Facebook, that they don't take the MyItWorks, that you have to actually do your website, .myitworks.com, or the link's going to come up like it's a broken link or what. I break the link. Don't put it all together, because Facebook won't let us, because people were spamming out there. So Facebook got sick of it and they took it out. Okay, I'm just kind of going through this real quick. I know we've been on this for a little bit. No, Terry. I wouldn't do that. That's just me. I wouldn't, when your upline enrolls that DT and they place it under you, yeah, it's still it's not like, okay, with a loyal customer, here's the difference. With a loyal customer, when you transfer a loyal customer over to another distributor, you're giving that person the loyal customer. You no longer, that's not your loyal customer. You don't get credit for it. You give it to that person. Why would you do that? Because you want to promote and you want to help people. You want to get your fast start bonuses. There's reasons why you want to do that. So you want to get your fast start $100. So you're going to help that new person get at least their 2, right? So you want to do that. But you don't, with distributors, when you do that, you no longer are their personally enrolled distributor. That was handed to you. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So you're not going to, especially if you're a diamond and above, you're not going to cab off that person. You're not going to get all of those personally enrolled. I'm not good with charting. I'm not good with the comp plan, but I hope you guys know what I'm saying. I just put it this way. I wouldn't do it. I would not let somebody else sign up my distributor. So I hope that makes sense. I wouldn't mind on a loyal customer, because that loyal customer isn't yours after you give it to the person anyway. So if you want them to enroll in place, you can do that. I hope that makes sense. Yes, no. Jess, anybody want to help me out with that? No?
I was just typing.
Lisa, anybody that's like my green reds?
Yeah, never let anyone sign up your distributor for you. Even if you're not diamond and above, like you still, if they're not your personally enrolled, you're not going to get your fast start bonus. So why would you be giving $100 to somebody for no reason?
Perfect. Yes. Yeah. All right. I think I answered everything. We're going over time. I need to get back to scrubbing baseboards and signing up people and scrubbing baseboards. So love you guys. Thank you for getting on. I'm going to stop the recording now.
Thanks, Leah. Have a good night.
You too. Bye, guys.